Hey there! Welcome to the Caregiver Survival Guide. A few tips and tricks to make the life of being a caretaker a little easier. My name is Jezer, and I've been a caregiver/provider for about almost 2 years now. So, needless to say, I've learned a thing or two. Now it's time for our tips. Today's situation is a fun one. We'll be learning ways to handle winning over residents. As well as being a caregiver, I was a server for about a year. Working in the food industry, customer service was a key thing to know to thrive. You had to learn how to properly greet people, form short lived bonds, and ensure that no one hated you at the end of 8 hours. In caregiving, these kinds of skills are just the same and are just as important. In order to achieve these kinds of skills, here are a few quick tips and tricks to try out. The first one is to learn the skill of what I call server humor. This essentially entails short, quick quips about the things around you. Small talk, small bits, simple jokes. They can be things about the weather, things about your day, or things you just notice. Now, these kinds of jokes to do very key things. The one is to make your resident more comfortable, and two, to make them slowly begin to like you. The next tip is to be willing to listen to your residents' stories. Of course, only listen if you don't have responsibilities that require your immediate attention. But if you have the time, give it a try. These people you're working with have lived long and active lives, and many of them, unfortunately, don't have too many connections. By sitting there and listening to their stories, you not only get to learn about them, which could be helpful in how to approach them, but you also give them that much needed interaction. Plus, their trust with you will build and it'll make it even easier to work with them. Many times, I've seen residents' eyes light up practically when I ask them different questions about their lives, and they get to just start telling me. Any person would react the same as this, which is especially why it's so important. Now, the final tip on how to win over your residents and strengthen their bonds: relate to their stories and the things they say. They complain about how hot it is outside. Agree. Maybe make a joke or even an anecdote, a story. By doing these kinds of things, the small bonds that I mentioned earlier get formed, and a sense of trust has a chance of developing. This kind of thing is also important for trust for the main reason: trust is usually a two-way street. By engaging and telling you about them, they may feel more inclined to share more about themselves, thus strengthening the bond you formed. Well, y'all, that's it for today's survival guide. I hope to see you guys next time, and until then, don't forget, you're doing great work and keep it up. Bye!